Hi friends, how are you? Okay, are you studying well? Yes. In previous class, we are discussed about the topic that is heredity and evolution. I just recollecting this chapter. That means we are just remembering some notes, some important points of this chapter, of the topic that is heredity and evolution. But before, we are honestly noticed about the current situations, the dangerous situation of this time. We are facing the most dangerous, interrupted situation in this time. So we were alert about that situation. That means you just say at your home, okay, and then let us start our topic. We have already learned about this topic, first points. The points are heredity, evolution, genetic, monotype, and then phenotype, variations, etc. Just recollecting this memory. Okay, look at that. First point is heredity. Just for a moment. What is heredity? Heredity means what? Heredity means a characteristic feature is transferring to one generation to another generation, next generation. That is the heredity. And then next point is variation. The characteristic feature transfers to one generation to another generation. That means the individuals are show the resemblance each other. But in the case of variation, the generation, one of the generation have difference. That means in the basis of human beings, the difference are the color of the skin, the hair color, the color of the eye. I means pupils, iris color. That particular methods, the particular changes happened in this generation. That is the variation. And then next point is the genetics. What is genetics? Yes, the study of heredity and variation, that is genetics. Study of heredity and variation, that is genetics. And then we are recollecting some variations. The variations occurs. Sometimes it takes place, this environmental changes have replacing, variations have happened. You know about the Jurassic World. In the Jurassic World, there was an animal lived in that time, that is known as dinosaurs. In Jurassic, that dinosaurs will not exist in this time because they will disappear. All the dinosaurs organisms will disappear. So what happened? That means the variation is changed. Variations happen. And in previous class we discussing about the white moth, white butterflies. What happened? White butterflies disappear and the colored moths arise. That is a variation. Okay. In this topic, we are discussing about heredity and variation, and this point is put forward by the Johann Gregor Mendel. Gregor Johann Mendel. Gregor Johann Mendel. That means he was the father of the genetics. He was the father of genetics. Okay. And then variation takes place in the end. Another point is the crossing over or recombinant genes, mutations. I think that the Jurassic changes due to the mutation. Mutation means the sudden change of an organism. Sudden changes of an organism will be executed by climate change, temperature, flood, droughts, etc. This is the mutation, and then we are directly enter into the topic, that is the genetics. Genetics, the father of genetics is Mendel. The lifespan of the Mendel, the 1882 to 1884. Just recollecting, he was a priest, he was a physics professor, and he loved very much for gardening. Okay, and then he forwarded two types of names, that is genotype and phenotype. Genotype and phenotype. What is genotype and what is phenotype? The genes, the plants or a living organism, a traded, a hybridizing organism, a hybridizing material is classified as on the basis of genes, that is called as the genotype. On the basis of external characters, that is called as the phenotype. And the next point is clones. These are the exact copies of each other. These are the exact copies of each other. Okay. Cloning in human beings is abandoned by the law. Abandoned by the law. Yes. Then the next point, Mendel's findings. Mendel's finding with plant hybridization, artificial hybridization and plant breeding. Artificial hybridization and plant breeding. Artificial hybridization undergo. What are the artificial hybridization included? Collection, selection, emasculation, bagging and plant breeding. These are the main points included in this artificial hybridization. Mendel using this process, artificial hybridization process, Mendel using the artificial hybridization process, and he find out the laws of this genetics. The laws are the laws of inheritance. The laws are one is the laws of inheritance. First one is the law of inheritance. The second is law of dominant. Law of dominance. Third one is law of segregation. And fourth one is law of independent assortment. Independent assortment. What are the laws put forward by Mendel? Mendel's laws are, the first one is law of inheritance, the law of dominance, the law of segregation, law of independent assortment. we will discuss about this all the laws in this topic. Firstly, laws of inheritance. Inheritance means based on the structure and functions of the genes. Based on the structure and the functions of this gene. The transfer of gene one generation to other generation. That is due to Mendel's observation, that is due to the laws of inheritance. Just look at that. The heredity and evolution, Mendel's findings and foot forward for laws. The laws are laws of inheritance, law of dominance, law of segregation, and finally law of independent assortment. These are the Mendel's laws for describing the heredity. That means describing the genetics. These are the main points from Mendel. For developing of this law, his experiment is done with his favorite plant, that is garden pea plants. His favorite plant, that is garden pea plants. He used that plants for hybridization and foot forward, and finally he reached the conclusion of the genetics. That conclusions are, we are already discussing about that conclusion. That means the characters will not change us one generation to other generation. That is the focusing of the genetics. Okay, and then he using more techniques. About this one. He using the plant's characteristic feature, that is the tall and dark. Foot forward, and finally he reaches the answer, and he concluded the genotype and phenotypic portions. Okay, look at that. Just for your memory, for taking your memory. Look at that. The tall plant, the dark plant, what are the genes? Capital T, and this is the small t. The gametes are capital T, small t, and taking one gamete, capital T, small t. This is also a tall plant. All the plants will be tall in the F1 generation. In the F1 generation, all the plants were tall plants. Okay, and then self-pollination happened. That means capital T, small t into capital T, small t. That capital T, small t, capital T, small t. The three one, the first one, capital T, capital T, 1, capital T, small t, 2, small t, 1. And then the tall plant, 1, 2, 3. The small dot plant, short plant, that is 1. Look at this. This ratio, this number, capital T, that's 1. Capital T, small t, these are 2, and small t, 1. And this is finally we reach the ratio 1:2:1. That is the ratio 1:2:1. This is the genotype ratio. This is the genotype ratio. 1:2:1 is the genotype ratio. And the next is 3:1. That calculating depending on the external character of the plant. That means the 3:1 is the phenotype ratio. 3:1 is the phenotype ratio. Both of genotype and phenotype. Look at that, 3:1 and 1:2:1. We are forwarding this structure using just one character. That means the tall. The structure of the character, that means tall or dwarf. One character, single character will be used, and finally we were reaching the answer. Finally we were reaching the answer. And in previous class we are discussing about more plants characteristic features, round seed, wrinkled seed, the one character, and red flower and white flower and single character. These type of ratios are known as the monohybrid ratio. That cross is known as the monohybrid cross. Because we used in this experiment, we using only one character. That's known as the monohybrid cross. This is the monohybrid cross. Okay, this is the previous class discussion, and we are going to studying about in details. Okay, that point is how do these traits get expressed? These traits get expressed. These traits will express. And have you know about DNA? DNA. Yes, all of you know about DNA, because DNA is also a genetic material. Within the DNA, genes were present within the DNA. So we all know about DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. This is DNA. Have you heard about what is structure of DNA? What is structure of DNA? Yes. The DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Yes. In this topic, what we studying about DNA? Yes. The cellular DNA is the information source. Cellular DNA is the information source. Cellular DNA is the information source for making protein. For what purpose? For making proteins. For making proteins. Okay, and then what is the use of making protein? The vitamins, the enzymes, hormones, all the materials are protein made materials. Have you heard about the enzymes, hormones the hormones and enzymes are proteins. That proteins were developed from the DNA action. So the DNA, the deoxyribonucleic acid, is the information source. Information source within the cell for making proteins. And then, how is it possible? Have you heard about the structure of DNA? DNA is double-stranded one, double helical structure, round ladder-like structure. The connection between two curve, that thread, the double helix thread will connected through nitrogenous materials, adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine. These are the nitrogenous materials. Have you heard about it? Okay. Yes. Our point is the information source for making proteins, that's a DNA. And then within the DNA, we have seen some minute particle in it. We can't observe the detailed structure of that minute particle. That minute particle is known as the gene. That minute particle is known as gene. The genes are the minute particle. This genes is responsible for the heredity. This genes is responsible for the heredity because the characteristic features of a living organism. The characteristic features of a living organism is depending on this gene. So the living organisms produce next generation. This gene will be transferred to next generation. That means character will transfer one generation to other generation. That is the point. Okay, how do these traits get expressed means DNA, the cellular DNA is the information source of making proteins in the cell, and section of DNA that provide information on protein is called the gene. It's called the gene. This is the points of how do these traits get expressed. How do these traits get expressed? The main point is the working of the gene, the synthesizing of protein. So, within the DNA, the structurally expressed the DNA have the minute particles. That minute particle will not express and observe the exact structure. We are using the electronic microscope, the concordant microscope. Any equipments can't observe the structure of this material. That material is known as the gene. The gene will be transferred one generation to other generation. That means the characteristic features of one generation will transfer into the another generation. That is the how do these traits get expressed? The main point, once again, DNA, the deoxyribonucleic acid present in the chromosomes, that present in the nucleus, that present in the center of the cell. Center of the cell. Okay, that is the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Within the DNA is double helix structure with the nitrogenous base materials, adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine. These are the adenosine, and uracil also. Uracil present in the RNA, ribosomal nucleic acid, ribonucleic acid. But in this case, the DNA is the information source for making proteins. That is the main point of this topic. And then next point is Next point is, how do proteins control these characteristic features? Question is, how do protein control the characteristics? How do protein control the characteristics? Yes, we are taking some plants for experiment. We are taking some plants for experiment, for exam. Okay, you know about the plant hormones. You know about plant hormones? Yes, the plant's hormones are for growth hormones, for fruiting hormones. The hormones are proteins. Hormones are proteins. Especially in plants, the plant have hormone for growth, that is growth hormone. The hormone will be working with the presence of enzyme. Enzymes are another structure of the protein. Enzymes are another structures of the protein. Enzymes are chemical materials. These are biochemical catalysts. Enzyme is otherwise known as the biochemical catalyst, biocatalyst. You can get enzymes are biochemical catalyst. Yes, that is enzymes. Enzymes are the biochemical catalyst. Biochemical catalyst. Okay, for production of growth hormone, enzymes are the main controlled particles for production of this hormone. That enzyme working with presence of some DNA materials. That DNA materials are the genes. So, how do protein control the characteristic features means the manufacturing of hormones due to the presence of enzyme. In this topic, we are discussing about the growth hormone. That growth hormone expressed the characteristic features of the growing of plant. That enzymes were producing for this production of hormone. That enzymes are proteins. That proteins were making from the DNA. So, how do protein control the characteristics means? This is the answer. That means the enzymatic reaction, the biological, biochemical catalyst actions, the enzymes acting for production of hormones. That hormones for the growing part of the cells that is developed from the hormonal part of the plant, and then the plant will grow. Okay, this is the answer of this question. And the next topic is, we are discussing one characteristic features crossing. The monotype ratio, the monotype ratio, the ditype ratio, phenotype ratios are discussed. And now we are taking two characteristic features. The first character is tall, and the second character is white flower. Look at this. These are two characters and tall plant. The plant's height is very tall plant and have white flower. Okay, crossing crossing over with short plant into rose flower. These are the another two characters, because the characters are, one is the tone and the color of the flower. These are the two characters in it. Okay, we are discussing about the crossing over of this word. The crossing over is capital T. Tall plant is capital T, capital T. The white flower, that is smaller, smaller. The white flower is smaller, smaller. Cross it over with short plant rose flower. That is small t, and rose flower means capital R, capital R. These are the genes. Capital T for tall plant, smaller for white flower, small t for short plant, capital R for rose flower. Look once again, tall plant with white flower and short plant with rose flower. The capital T is the tall plant, and the smaller is the white flower. Small t is the short plant, and capital R is the rose flower. The main genes are capital T, smaller. In this one, small t, capital R. These are the genes. Capital T, smaller, small t, capital R. Okay, we are crossing in this. Yes, capital T, smaller into small t, capital R. We are taking the gametes from one capital T. This is the gamete, and this is the small r. And we are taking in this side small t and capital R. These are the gametes. These are the gametes. And then first step is the crossing over with each one. That means artificial hybridization takes place in it. So the resultant is capital T, small t, capital R, small r. The resultant is capital T, small t, capital R, small r. This is the first generation. This is the first generation. Look at that. Tall plant with white flower, tall plant, tall, white, and short plant or dwarf plant with rose flower. This is the characters, two characters in it. One is the height of the plant and second is the color of the flower. These are the two characteristic features. Okay, we are taking the genes capital T, small t, capital R, and we are arranging into a gametic position. The gametes are capital T, small t, capital R. And then crossing over with the first generation will happen, that is capital T, small t, capital R, small r is the product. Okay, look at this. The characters is mixed with each other. Look, tall and dwarf, rose and white. The four characters are in it. four characters and capital T for tall plant, small t is the dark plant or short plant, capital R is the rose flower and small r is the white flower. But look, in this generation, the old plants will be tall plant with rose flower. The old plants, the first generation, the old plants are tall plant and rose flower. Because the one characters are expressed. Tall are expressed and rose is expressed. One character, that is tall, and the other character rose is the expressed characters, and dark and whites are the suppressed characters. Look, this is the capital T, small t, the four characteristic features in it, but the first generation of old plants were the expressed characters only, but the other characters will be suppressed. Other characters will be suppressed. Okay, that means the exposed characters, that is known as the dominant character. Dominant character. The expressed character, exposed character, that is dominant character, and the suppressed character is recessive character. Recessive character. The suppressed character is the recessive and expressed character is the dominant character. This is the first step, the F1 generation step of the Mendel discovery. In this discovery, in this theory states the law of dominance. This experiment leads to the law of dominance. The theory is the law of dominance. The law of dominance maybe states that each two characteristic features, the contrasting two characteristic features crossing over with each other, one character is dominant over the other. One character is dominant over the other. That means one character is expressed and other character is suppressed. This is known as the laws of dominance. Okay. Yes. This is the laws of dominance. This is main first law of the Mendel experiments. Okay. The F1 generation will be capital T, small t and capital R, small r. And then the next example. If a plant is selected, that plant have wrinkled seed. One plant have wrinkled seed and other plant have round seed. One plant is wrinkled and other plant is round seed. That plant's flower color is, one is the pink, other is the yellow. The characteristic features, look at that. One plant seed have wrinkled shape. We are discussing about the shape of the characteristic features, and second is the round seed, that's the shape of the seed, and the next is the color of the flower. That means characteristic feature is color. We arranging the progenies. Look at that. A plant have pink colored flower with round seed. with round seed is crossing over with yellow flower with wrinkled seed. Yellow flower with the wrinkled seed. Yes, we can write the genetical name. Pink flower we denoted as the capital P. And round seed, pink flower capital P. Round seed will writing to the capital R. And this one, yellow flower have small p, and wrinkled seed is smaller. These are the gametes name. Okay, and then we are rearranged this way. Just rearranged. Capital T, capital P, smaller into small p, capital R. Then arrange. The genes are capital P, smaller, small p, capital R. Gametes are P and smaller is the gametes, small p and capital R is the gamete, and crossing over capital P, small p, capital R, smaller. These are the pink flower with a round seed. This is the F1 generation. Okay. Yes. These are the main points of this topic. And I will give you some questions about this topic. That is, first question is, what is monohybrid cross? What is monohybrid cross? Monohybrid cross means the single contrasting character will be crossing over, and the resultant is 3:1 ratio. That is monohybrid cross. And the other question, next question is, what is the use of DNA in, what is the use of DNA? Yes, what is the use of DNA? DNA are protein making material, and the DNA are enzymatic, they ensure the enzymatic reactions and the controlling the characteristic features and the production of genes. The characteristic features, the genes were transferred one generation to another. These are the use of the DNA in the cell. And the final F1 generation in monohybrid ratio. F1 generation monohybrid ratio, discuss. We just using a single characters and writing in grammatically, and then you writing in the chart form, and the correct, you just note the correct ratios, because the ratios are the monotype, the genotype ratio is the 3:1, the phenotype ratio is the 1:2:1 ratio. That's the answer. And just write your notebook, and thank you for cooperating with me, and bye.